conference championship trophy. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down to the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So NC State's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it. And now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs. And also, you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champ. Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Running game is working. They stick with it on first down. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice game. They're getting closer to the 50. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. They'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Hoffman. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Hoffman. They make the stop, but it's a big play with a 31.
Bit of a risky decision here to go for it on your own side of the 50, but guess what? They make it work. Keep the sticks moving.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They're going to run it. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Big moment here in this championship game. 3rd and short in the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He escapes the pocket. Picks up the first down and still going. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here. The Wolfpack line out now, 1st and goal.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent work by the coverage team. He's brought down after just a short return. So Clemson's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Oh, it's incomplete. Almost a disastrous play here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Big shot here early in the game by the offense, but, man, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. Not surprised at all or caught off guard, but it's aggressive chance by this offense and good position to take that throw away.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. We're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Fafita. They pressure him and sack him with a tackle inside the 10.
Chris, that is textbook by this defense in man-to-man coverage. Nowhere to go for this quarterback. He's looking around everywhere to find an open man. By the time he figures it out, it's a sack for the defense.
The Tigers will have to kick it away. It's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And here's the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. The last possession was just old-school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Look out, room to run here.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Tries to get to the marker with his legs, but comes up a little short on the scramble. The important 3rd down play coming up. That's reeled in. It's Montgomery. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
NC State has moved into the red zone. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They finally corral him at the 1. Here comes a crucial 2nd down. Hold up a second. The coach has called timeout. He may use a challenge here to have the officials take another look at that one. Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
See if they can convert the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets him down. Not much gained on that return. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. And the Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage about to snap the ball again.
Pass not complete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Looking to pass. It's Fafita. This time it's complete. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. so far, it's NC State on top, Kirk. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there? I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. And he's got it from 58 yards away, never in doubt.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
He'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So, here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver. That is a tough.
Looking deep down the left side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on. Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Moves out of the pocket. The ball is picked off.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Dropping back against Fafita. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And he's intercepted. Could take it all the way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Oh, for defensive backs, man, they salivate for opportunities like this. Some may only get 1 or 2 a year, and he was not going to squander this chance.
Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Second down after that previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Breaking free at the 35. And the defense comes up with the football.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. That is broken up and incomplete.
Defensive coordinator dials up man-to-man coverage, puts the free safety in center field. This is where his instincts have got to take over, and they do here. He reads the quarterback's eyes, leads him to the football, and he does a nice job of knocking it away.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Pass complete on a crosser. They bring him down, but a huge gain. They cross midfield to the 49. The Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to...
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. Looking to throw here. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. Offense comes to the line for third down off the incompletion. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Tigers will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. Here's the punt, high in the air. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They'll run it to the left. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
So a 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. A deep shot to the left side. Caught way downfield and still running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They were not going to catch him that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the important point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Handing off on the draw play. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. To the air. It's Fafita. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. So ball to the 30. This is a manageable 3rd down play for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking deep to the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Tigers will line up to boot it away. Now it's a very high kick straight up in the air. This one will be down at the 35. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaks a tackle into the clear. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, This back elected to run right through him.
Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
With the catch, it's Montgomery. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Still no answer for this offense. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Looking to throw. It's Fafita. Taking a shot deep down the right side. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Snags the quick throw. Timeout is called to touch strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, a lot of times when a quarterback sees man defense, he wants to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible. Put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle or two on the outside and get a big play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he dropped it! Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. And the Tigers will bring their punt team on the field now. And he boots it high into the air. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. And now the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, NC State.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime. It doesn't feel like this thing's already over. Just a first-half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Dropping back. It's Fafita. QB to the tight end for a completion. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, that's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback safety blanket.
Makes the catch. It's Coleman. The defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. The Tigers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Clemson.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to throw it on first down. The pass rush closing in. That one sails too far. Out of bounds. Incomplete.
Well-designed play here on this dagger route. Looked like everything was in play. Unfortunately, the timing off between the quarterback and that vertical seam.
So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. And it's good right down the middle.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
Returner looking to create better field position. The coverage team brings him down on the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, so much to break down from a spirited first half in this ACC championship. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the men who will take us home in this ACC championship, Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. NC State will kick it off to start the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. It's a steep mountain to climb here in the second half. They need to get going, cut into this deficit right here. Off the play fake on first down. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield. It's Fafita. Makes a quick grab. Tough running there, but not quite enough. Down.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. Off the play fake. Looking to throw the football. But this one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Trying to create here on the move. Caught on the outside. It's Pullman. That's out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This comes on offense moving quickly down the field. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers.
Boy, the timing here is essential. The quarterback and the receiver. You got to fight. Window between the linebackers. He does it, puts the ball right on the money, and then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
They add the extra point, but trail now 35-13. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Nowhere to run up the middle.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. On the move now. He's looking to scramble. Has the force, still on the move. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set him now with a first and goal.
Are you kidding me? This big a gain on a quarterback scramble? Defensive coordinator better get his defense together, because that had to be a blown assignment. There's no way that a quarterback should get out in the open field off of a scramble and pick up those kind of yards.
NC State lines up first and goal. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. They'll finally catch him. That's a huge return. They get the takeaway and set the offense up in great position.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Dropping back, it's Fafita. Caught by the receiver. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the freshman brings him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
The defense swarms him in the backfield. He had nowhere to run, loses 2 yards. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout rather than check him out. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on third down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Went after, up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Hoffman. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Now rolling out to his left. Quarterback looking to scramble. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to beat the sticks.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is.
A deep shot to the right. It's caught inside the red zone, still on his feet. It's a massive play. It moves the ball to the 14, and just like that, they're in scoring position.
Now, the quarterback found a matchup that he loved, gets a big gain with a nice throw, and now they're down in the red zone looking for some points.
This offense showing their explosive ability. One huge play, and they're set up in the red zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. What an opportunity for a desperately needed takeaway. Couldn't quite come up with it. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Putting toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They are pouring it on now. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance for this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
Here's the point after attempt. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
The punter has been very busy so far. Can they finally convert here on third down? Back to throw. It's Fafita. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Clemson getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Just trying to get rid of it. Just flings it out of bounds, and the pass rush closing in.
Man, he got crushed there, didn't he, Chris? And we know this guy is their superstar. He's their leader. But based on that last play, this offensive line's got to do a better job of recognizing that they got to take care of him.
What a catch. Heads up off the deflection.
Well, I thought we'd see this tight end all game long within this game plan, but that's just his second catch of the game. The defense has done a nice job of being able to recognize where he is and take him out of this plan.
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. They can't stop him. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. There's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. NC State comes to the line quickly.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first.
Who's in the clear? Touchdown, North Carolina State. Too much speed for the defense.
But it's just a matter of time till this guy found the seam and took it to the house. Unbelievable job by the offensive lineman, allowing him to get to that second and third level. And with his kind of speed, no chance of bringing him down.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. The shotgun running play call. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down. The clock runs down here in the third quarter. So far, it's NC State on top, Kirk. It's been pretty one-sided so far at the end of 3. Let's check out the stats. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Look out, he's loose. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Hey, this offense isn't giving up. Yeah, we're in the fourth quarter. You're down big, but who knows? Make a big play and try to get in the end zone, maybe get an onside kick.
Looking for the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Down quickly after the catch, but the ball at the 14 sets up the red zone opportunity now. Clemson now operating in the red zone. And looking to throw now on first down. Catch made on the right side. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal. And the Tigers hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Tight windows is always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Touchdown, Tigers. This offense really clicking.
And I love to watch the execution of this option play. Right now, the defense has no idea if this quarterback's going to pull it or if he's going to give it. Here he pulls it himself, finds yards, and comes up with a touchdown.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team all over that to make the recovery. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. First and 10 play coming up.
Let's go.
Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Ball carrier tackled there.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone, Peter? Let's give credit to the coordinator for calling the right play at the right time and the receiver finding the hole in that zone.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looks like he's going to run it. Enough to move to 6 there. Sets up 1st and goal at the 7.
Just a big 3rd down play here. The defense does everything right. Everybody's covered. The one thing they didn't account for is the quarterback. And he has great presence of mind here to be able to pull this down on this 3rd down play. Not only does he pick up the 1st down, he gets inside the 10 to set up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Run to the left, trying to find pay dirt. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that 2nd level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
56, Clemson, 27.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Any hopes of a conference championship depend on scoring and scoring quickly. Can they make a play? First down, looking to throw the ball. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Quarterback drops back, and he dumps it off to the tight end. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Oh, what a grab! They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw yet again. That's caught. It's Pringle.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense
looking deep down the left side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
No, he didn't get there. Tackled short of the marker. That is a crushing play as he tried to cut into this lead. Chewing clock with the running game. Breaks loose at the 45. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game, and why is he throwing the football?
Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is trying to do anything they can to get back in the game. The fact this offense is still throwing the ball, who knows, maybe a tip pass, maybe an interception, anything they can do to get the ball back.
The head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it, enough for a first down. Finally get him way down at the 2. Nice pitch and catch.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Game is clearly wrapped up, but the offense looking to rub it in here in the final minute. Keeps it on the draw. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense.
29
Quarterback still with the football. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
They're set now to try the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
NC State, 63, Clemson,
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pressure is coming. He's hit as he throws it. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock. At the 20. Second and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game. Now, it's always a special year and a moment these players will never forget. They can call themselves champions of the ACC. With everything they put into it, now the spotlight will get even brighter. With the playoff spot locked up, we're going to find out how they'll fare against the other best teams in the country. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.